Hi, Lewis. It's Oceana here with G3.agency. Here is your complimentary website audit, letting you know how you can do little things to change your website and making it big impact, get more jobs, right? So let's get right into it. So first thing I notice is that you have a big, beautiful number here displayed. That is fantastic. The only problem I see with it is that it's not a click to call, which means that if a person is on their cell phone, they have to go back and forth between their phone app and looking at your website to try to figure out how to, you know, copy and paste maybe, and it's going to be complicated, and you're actually going to lose people who are just going to go, forget it, go back and find someone else to work with. I know that it's silly, but we got to work with what we have, and we have people who are lazy. So, so you're going to want to make this a click to call, which is basically making it a link. Um, there should be some sort of functionality in your hosting platform, or whoever does your websites should be able to do it. So the next thing that I want to point out is content. So you've got a bit of content here, but you're definitely going to want to increase it. We really look for about 2,000 words bare minimum to really get noticed by Google and start showing up consistently at the top and getting that traffic. So 2,000 words on your home page, and then about 1,000 words on your back pages, and that's basically a fancy word for any page that's not the home page, right? So you might not need that much on the contact page, but any of these pages that you want to show up for on Google, you definitely want to have lots of words on there. Google sees it as authoritative, and it believes that more words, as long as they're relevant, means that you have better content and a better business. So it's going to show you more. The next thing I want to talk about is the images. So if I right click on this and click Save Image As, we can see what it was saved as. And this was Concrete Contractor in Des Moines, Washington. Now, that's good. That is way better. A lot of times people have just like random strings of numbers, or it's just pick number one or whatever, but you actually have it saved as a keyword. Now, I don't know if that's a keyword that has a lot of volume, so you want to make sure that you're saving these images as keywords that have a lot of volume and low keyword difficulty. I apologize for all the noise my phone is making. I'm going to turn it on silent. Okay, so so that's my next clue there. All right, so now we're going to learn about how to find the keywords that you want to include in all of that content, right? So I put your website into a tool called Ahrefs. This is something that my company pays hundreds of dollars every month to use, but it's really useful. It gives us an in-depth look at how a site is performing. So I can see here that you've got a UR and DR score of 5 and 0. That means nothing to you, I'm sure, but what it tells me is that your site is not very authoritative, and it's not going to be showing up very high on results. You've got 7 referring domains and 12 backlinks. So 7, that means that there are 7 websites on the internet, the whole web, pointing to your website with links 12 times the total. That's good as long as those are relevant and credible sources for those backlinks. You want to get more than that, though. If you want to beat out your competition for that top spot, you're going to want to add backlinks that are from quality, relevant, and credible sources. And then you've got keywords, organic keywords. You are currently showing up for 37 keywords. So there are 37 different things that people could type into Google and find you, one of which is driveway repair companies. That's good, but it would be better if it said Seattle, because if you show up, even if you show up in the first spot, how many people are going to be typing in just driveway repair companies and they happen to be in Seattle? So we really want to look for what we call local keywords, keywords that include some sort of geographical location, so that we know we're targeting the right people, or we're getting the right people in front of our website. So I did a little bit of research and I found some good keywords. So I typed in Seattle, I included some of the things that you do, concrete, sidewalk, driveway, etc. And I did not include supplies because somebody who is looking for supplies is looking to do it themselves. They don't want your service. So now I've got, concrete repair Seattle. I also clicked on repair. So now we're just looking at repairs and not just laying foundation. And so I narrowed it down quite a bit. So 60 people every month on average are typing the exact phrase concrete repair Seattle. That tells me people, they're not going to be looking that up just for fun or because they want to see pretty pictures of repaired concrete, right? They're typing that in because they mean business. They want somebody like you to come take care of a problem that they have, and they want to give you money to do that. So 60 people typing that into Google every month, and this right here, this means keyword difficulty. This means on a scale of 0 to 100, how difficult would it be to appear on that first page of Google and actually get seen? And it's sitting at a 0. So that tells me I mean, don't think it's just like, boom, you're going to be overnight on the first page, but with the right person on your team, you sure could be pretty quickly with a score like that. So, but it's not just that one. Also, people are typing in Seattle sidewalk repair, 40 on average. Again, 0 keyword difficulty. So you add those all up and you take into account that about 3% of these is actually going to call you. That's because 30% of them are going to click that first result on Google, and about 1 in 10 of those people are actually going to call you. That's just statistics. It happens every time. It is like clockwork. And so you can expect, with 60 plus 40, that's 100 right there. So that right there, just these 2 keywords, is going to result in about 3 jobs. Well, okay, 3 calls a month. I don't know how many of those you can close. If you could close 1, 2, maybe all 3 of those, but would that make a difference in your company? And that's just 2 of the keywords. We also have another 20 volume here, another 20 volume, another 10, another 10, another 10. And then that's just with the word repair. So then, you could also, if you do refinishing, there's that. There's also a really big keyword in the area that I was looking at earlier with some research was retaining walls. I don't know if you do retaining walls, maybe not. I think you said on your website something like, we do only concrete. So I apologize. I went off there, but there's more keywords is my point. You think about other things someone might type in, maybe, so I don't know if you lay concrete or if you just focus on repair, but if you lay concrete, that's going to open the doors to a whole other set of keywords that you might be able to get to the top of, right? So, okay, so I'm going to take a look at this one keyword right here. This is concrete repair Seattle. This is that one that we looked at that said it was 60 volume every month. 60 people are typing it in and seeing this exact page every month, with the slightly different people showing up here depending on who's paying. So the first section, I'm sure you've seen this this page before, but I'm going to give you a quick tour in my eyes. First section is ads. People are paying money to show up here, and most people scroll right past it. Next area is the map pack. This is a great place to show up for local results. And how you get here is slightly different than how you get into the organic results. So if you want to show up in here, which you definitely do, you want to show up in the top 3 to 4, definitely in the top 3 of results here. And how you go about that is getting citations. Now, a citation is similar to a backlink, like how I said a backlink is from any credible and relevant website leading back to yours with a link. This is similar, but instead of the link, it's a citation is listing your name, address, and phone number. And so Google uses that information to decide that it trusts you more than the next guy, and it'll push you to the top here. Then this is the most sought after spot on Google. This one, especially if it's a local result, will get 31% of all visitors. So everyone who comes here, 31% of them are going to go here. Again, like clockwork, when you deal with mass numbers of people like this, you get a really good idea of how they behave. So they might look at this, but they're actually probably going to look at this one because it's the top local result. So that does change it. Being local result does add a bit of weight in your favor. So that's good. So this is your biggest competition for this keyword, and let's see how they're performing. What are they doing right in order to show up that you're not doing? So if we're looking at their website, first thing I notice is that there's a lot more words. It's just a word wall, which is nice if you're a robot. Um, and that's what we're dealing with, is Google is a robot and it's trying to do its best to show humans what they want to see. So they're doing the click to call, but that's not going to, that'll help them with getting more sales, but it's not going to push them up to the top of Google. So if I throw them into my tool, they have a little bit better score here. They have actually less referring domains than you do, and they're not doing great on keywords either. So it looks like that content is really helping them. We can go in here and look at the keywords that they are doing well with. Concrete repair Seattle, we already knew that one, right? Concrete resurfacing Seattle, that's 20 volume a month, but the keyword difficulty is a bit high at 14. We like to keep it with the 0s to 3, 4, 5. Concrete repair Seattle, WA, or Washington, obviously, but that's got another 20 people searching for it. So this is a good way to check and see if we missed any keywords that we could be using. Concrete resurfacing companies. Now that's not a local keyword, so it's probably not going to help us much. We want to look for ones that have Seattle in the name. So, and then there's also, if you service areas outside of Seattle, Bellevue, etc., then you can look for keywords in those areas as well. And they're probably not going to be as high because they're not as populated, but they are, they are worth it. If you can get 100 searches in Bellevue a month, then that's going to result in probably another 2 to 3 calls every month, which how many of those could you close if they're exclusive and they're not being shared with a bunch of other people on Home Advisor, right? So I hope this was helpful for you. It went a little longer than I hoped it would, but here is my picture, my smiling face, and my information. Once more, I'm just going to really quick recap for you. You want to make sure to have those 2,000 words on the home page and 1,000 words on all of the other pages. You want to make sure that they're filled with keywords that show high buyer intent. Implement backlinks. Links from other sites going to yours that are from credible and relevant sites so that it pushes you up the organic results. And then add citations, your name, address, and phone number to lots of sites across the internet in order to show Google that you are being talked about and you are authoritative in your field, and that'll help you get to the top of the map pack. So I hope this was helpful, and I look forward to hearing your feedback on whether or not this made a difference for you guys. So thank you, and I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.